Oh, Trouble in Paradise. Paradise being Lucasfilm. Obviously, that's very facetious. And it's not the case at all. However, there is a rumour circulating that the writers and actors strike is basically creating a whole bunch of chaos at Disney's Star Wars. Dave Filoni's film is now directly affected. In fact, apparently The Mandalorian season, 4 or something like that, would end up basically being a film. It's all a big mess. Now, they say this is a rumour. It's not really. The writers and actors strike is sowing chaos everywhere. That's not a rumour at all. That's a massive upheaval in the industry. So that's not a rumour. A lot of this stuff makes perfect logical sense. I know whenever I cover rumours, people always get a bit like, oh, really? No, this makes perfect sense. Absolutely perfect sense. It's the logical conclusion, end result and ramifications of the strike. So let's take a look, ladies and gents. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Give the bell notification a little, tippy-tappy. That'd be cool to have you here a little bit more often when I release a video. And please do follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Missed Reviews. That'd be really cool. But let's take a look at this, like I said. So there is a new rumour claiming that the ongoing Writers Guild of America and the SAG-AFTRA strikes are sowing chaos at Disney Star Wars, and it could significantly impact the recently announced Dave Filoni theatrical release. Why? Because of the series that lead up to it. Basically, that's essentially what it is. So, pretty good source as well. The source is Making Star Wars, right? MakingStarWars.net. They've been writing loads of stuff in the past. I don't have any reason to doubt them, and this is the logical conclusion of what's going on. So a new rumour indicates that the lead up to the film could be in doubt, and Lucasfilm executives are scrambling. So Jason Ward at Making Star Wars reports there is a fear that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will not be able to make 2 seasons of Disney Plus shows that are the prerequisites for Dave Filoni's Star Wars theatrical film. That's a very real concern. That's logic. And this is the thing, because we had this was the initial press release. Expanding upon Star Wars storytelling in the present, Dave Filoni will orchestrate the escalating war between the Imperial Remnant and the fledgling New Republic. Alongside producer Jon Favreau, they will bring together many of the threads of the Star Wars original series in a cinematic event. Well, how are you going to do that when you can't make shows? So, yeah, makes a lot of sense, actually. Logical conclusion, like I say. So, yes, rumour, outside the realms of possibility? Absolutely not. Way inside the realms of possibility? Yeah, absolutely. In order to have the proper build-up for Filoni's film, Lucasfilm executives are allegedly floating the idea that The Mandalorian Season 4 can be condensed into a theatrical release, because they're like, how are we going to shoot all of this? Like a standard series production time, principal photography, and then release it. We can't. It's too much. So not only does the rumour claim that they're floating the idea of converting The Mandalorian Season 4 into a theatrical release, but Ward also posits that Lucasfilm is shifting its release strategy from Disney Plus back to theatres. Why? Because they're not getting the money that they want. Well, in fact, they're getting no money, obviously, at all, because these shows don't make money. They are released for free, and people often cite the subscribers. The subscribers haven't helped Disney Plus as a separate business entity turn a profit. It's $14 billion plus in debt. You can't spend $200-300 million on these series anymore. And also, not only that, something which was stated on my podcast last night, the Hcast, which if you missed it, check the link in the description box. There's a second channel, Missed Reviews Live Archives. Check it out. But we're discussing it last night, is that these shows, the small screen is meant to elevate the silver screen. Nowadays, the small screen, these shows, devalue the cinematic experience, because people just go, well, and streaming in general devalues it, because people just go, why would I go to theatres when I can wait 2 months and just watch it on Disney Plus? Why would I go to theatres when I can watch, a $300 million series? Why would I? These are devaluing the cinematic experience. So it makes sense that they're looking to push it back to theatres. So he states Disney is prioritising theatrical releases for Star Wars over Disney Plus at the moment. A sharp policy change over the last few years. So based on the announcements at Star Wars Celebration, it's hard to see this being true. I disagree massively. They promoted multiple, well, in terms of this anyway, the Disney Plus shows. That makes perfect sense, yeah. But The Mandalorian being condensed into a movie, I can believe that. It's not even shot yet. Ahsoka, that's shot. It's in the can, so they're releasing it. That's not them changing tack. Skeleton Crew and the Acolyte. The Acolyte absolutely should have been sent back to... well, it should have been sent back to the drawing board. But the Andor live-action series, that's... you know, that was an agreement with... Gilroy. It was like, no, you get 2 seasons and you're done. So that was already contractually obligated. So this article's slightly off the mark a little bit there in terms of this change of tack. And remember, this prioritising theatrical releases, this is a new turn of events because of the writers and actors strike. So in contrast, they announced 3 theatrical releases: James Mangold, Dave Filoni, Sharmina Bay-Chinoy. Look, at the end of the day, they're hugely in debt. So what what gives this part of the rumour merit is the fact that the Walt Disney Company recently admitted that a number of programs they created for Disney Plus are not actually driving subscribers, and they would begin cutting the amount of programs for Disney Plus. Basically, it's tax write-offs. That's why. So if they can remove programs on the series, it becomes a tax write-off. So they also announced that they would be taking a massive $1.8 billion tax write-off after removing a number of the programs, such as Willow from the Disney Plus service. However, it does not appear any of the Star Wars content that they made was part of the write-off. So in contrast, it appears it might be one of the few drivers for people to subscribe to Disney Plus, despite the massive amount of cash they're spending on the productions. But they still don't make money from them. That's the important thing to consider. So look, I mean, at the end of the day, we're due an earnings report soon, which will be hilarious. Like, genuinely, absolutely hilarious. This... you know, Dave Filoni, Favreau is probably out anyway and he's done. But this is not good. And this makes perfect sense that the writers and actors strike are creating massive issues at Disney. Because they're making massive issues for everyone. It's not exactly a rumour that's outside the bounds of possibility. It's well within the bounds of possibility. It makes perfect sense. So what do you guys think of this? Let me know down below. You know, I think at the end of the day... yeah, I mean, this is just hilarious, isn't it? Like, you got to plan for these things. It's just one thing after another in Hollywood at this point in time. But it'll be interesting. Maybe Disney will finally get some of that 20th Century Fox stuff, which they've had in a can for a while. Just start releasing that. You know, maybe the AVP anime, maybe. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.